everyone, and welcome to the Abroad 101 video focusing on resources and next steps. My name is Anna, and I am a peer advisor in the Education Abroad office. This video is going to take you through the resources that we offer at Western to help you study abroad and what the next steps are to find your program and apply. Make sure you've watched the video titled Abroad 101 before continuing. Now that you've watched the Abroad 101 video, we know it is a lot of information and can feel overwhelming, but this is to help you navigate your next steps. It is important to take time to think about what your goals are for studying abroad. Think about a location that you're interested in. Do you want to be in a rural area or a city? Do you want to be able to travel outside of the location you choose? Do you have language requirements? How long might you want to stay? And what time of the year would you want to go? If you don't have a location in mind, it can be helpful to do some outside research. You can look on Google, YouTube, or social media to get inspired. Think about the weather and culture you'd want to live in and research people's experience or talk to friends who have traveled. As you do your research, it is important to remember that locations outside of popular urban centers are going to be less expensive and more immersive. One way to consider affordable options is to visit our Pay Less Than In-State page, which highlights some of our most affordable pathways to study abroad. You can also visit the major advising pages to look for highlighted programs for a specific major or area of study. And don't forget to use VIA as a tool to search for potential programs and favorite programs you're interested in to look into further. For more details on how to use VIA, see the video on searching for programs. I wanted to briefly talk about my experience so you can get an idea of what it was like choosing a program compared to after I have returned. I went to Dublin, Ireland with CIEE on their open campus block program. I chose this program because it was the most affordable way for me to get to Dublin at the time, and I was very sure this is where I wanted to study abroad. Choosing a program provider allowed me to have more support, access to housing, and planned activities, day trips, and overnight trips. This was awesome because I saw so many cool places I wouldn't have known about on my own. The Open Campus Block program that CIEE offers is unique because you can go to a different location each block if you want to live in multiple places. I stayed in Dublin for all 3 blocks, which was about 5 months long. I was very sad to leave as the time flew by so fast. I think staying for a full year would have been awesome and allowed me to have really felt a part of the community. I wanted to live in an English-speaking country. However, after traveling more, I think it would have been a fun challenge to learn a new language, and the best way to do this is by living in a place that speaks it, especially with a host family. I loved being in Dublin because it was a big city, yet there was still beautiful nature nearby that was easily accessible by public transportation. However, big cities are more expensive than living in a more rural location. After visiting Cork and other smaller cities in Ireland, I think those would have been really cool places to study abroad as well. One thing to think about is what you want your experience to look like. On my program, I was taking classes with only other American students, and if I did it again, I might choose an exchange so that I could connect with more local students. No matter what type of program you choose, you can make the experience what you want, but it can be helpful to think about all the factors as you search in the early stages. One main resource we want to highlight is us, the peer advisors. Our job in the office is to share experience and help students with the process of studying abroad, as we have all been through it. We can tell you what we wish we knew beforehand and what we learned while we were abroad and after we came back. If at any point you are confused, don't know what to do next, or have a question, you can schedule to meet with one of us. If you click on our profiles, you will find what we study and the hours we work in the office so you can schedule to meet with a particular person, but feel free to come to talk to any one of us. Here's where you can schedule to meet with a peer advisor. We offer Abroad 201 workshops in Haggard Hall on Wednesdays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. You can sign up to attend these wherever you are in the process. You can review degree works, determine your budget, explore programs, prepare to meet with your academic advisors, and apply to study abroad. There is no limit to how many of these you attend. Just make sure you RSVP, as there is a limited number of spots so that advisors can offer you one-on-one help. The best resource to find any information you're looking for is the Education Abroad website. If you need additional help, come by the office or email us with any questions. Now that you've completed the video, make sure you have signed up for VIA, watched all the Abroad 101 videos, and logged attendance for it, and that you have clarity on how to get support from us in the Education Abroad office. Make sure you have personal goals and are thinking about your search criteria, and finally that you know what your next steps are. Thanks for watching this video. We can't wait to support you on your study abroad journey. Good luck.